At 11:48 at night, Daniel discovered that he had already written tonight's apology 8 months ago. Different argument, same sentence, same damage. I did not mean for it to go this far. He had changed the promises. He had changed the circumstances. But he had not changed the part of himself making the decision. Then a message appeared from the woman waiting inside. You always understand after you hurt me. Why do you become the same person before it happens? Daniel stopped reading because that was the real question. Maybe your life has asked you the same thing. Different face, different city, different promise, the same reaction, the same ending. Before this video ends, you will identify the version of you that keeps entering new situations and producing the same result, and learn how to interrupt it before regret becomes the wisest part of you. Think of one problem that has returned to your life in more than one form. Do not ask who caused it. Do not solve the entire past. Ask only this: when this moment appears, who do I become? The defender who must prove the accusation wrong, the pursuer who cannot tolerate silence, the rescuer who needs to be needed, the performer who must appear successful, the perfectionist who delays anything that could expose the truth. Choose one word, keep it with you. Before this video ends, you will use it. Not every hardship is self-created, and not every wound is a lesson you chose. But when the same reaction keeps creating the same ending, that reaction deserves your attention. Most people think repetition means they need more knowledge. They say, I should have known better, but often you did know better. You knew the relationship was beginning to resemble the last one. You knew the purchase would not make you whole. You knew the argument would damage the evening. You knew postponement would make the work heavier. Knowledge was present. It simply was not in command. A repeated pattern is not only something you do, it is an old identity searching for a situation in which it knows how to survive. The anxious self finds uncertainty and creates pursuit. The wounded self finds distance and creates rejection before rejection can arrive. The ego that must be right finds correction and creates a courtroom. The scenery changes. The inner author keeps writing the same ending. Daniel believed every argument was different. One began with money, another with work, another with a forgotten promise. But beneath all of them was the same command: do not allow yourself to be wrong. And the cycle has one weakness. Before it becomes a decision, it must pass through the body. Every repeated lesson begins before the visible mistake. It begins in the first unconscious second. The heat in the face, the pressure in the chest, the sudden need to explain, the hand reaching for the phone, the urge to buy, chase, rescue, defend, or disappear. The mind will immediately produce a reason, but the body usually reveals the pattern first. This is where the first spiritual movement begins. Witness. Notice the reaction before calling it you. Do not say, this anger is who I am. Say, anger is moving through the body. Do not say, I have been rejected. Say, an old fear is interpreting this moment as rejection. The witness does not erase the reaction. It removes the crown from it. For 1 second, consciousness is no longer trapped inside the identity it is observing. One conscious second is not the whole transformation, but it is the first doorway the pattern cannot pass through unnoticed. A prisoner once walked through an open door after 20 years inside the same cell. No guard stopped him. No chain remained. But that night, he returned. When the guard asked why, the prisoner said, "Outside, I did not know who I was. The cell was not good. It was known, and sometimes known suffering feels safer than freedom, in which the old identity has no role. This is why people can leave a situation and still carry its architecture within them. The scenery changes, the prison travels. The behavior is not the deepest problem. The identity it protects is the person who chooses unavailable partners, receives a mission, win their love, prove your worth, become impossible to abandon. The pain is real, but so is the familiar identity created by pursuit. The person who spends whenever they feel invisible does not only buy an object, they buy a few minutes in which progress becomes visible to strangers. The future pays for relief in the present. Daniel did not buy objects to escape himself. He bought control through arguments, different behavior, the same bargain, relief now, distance later. Then there is the perfectionist who never finishes. Unfinished work cannot be judged. The unwritten book may still be brilliant. The untested business may still succeed. The unsent application cannot be rejected. The hidden reward is protected potential. So do not ask only, "Why do I keep doing this?" Ask, "What feeling does this pattern help me avoid?" Then ask, "What version of me survives when I obey it?" Once the bargain is visible, the pattern is no longer fate. It is a transaction, and now you can refuse the payment. Witness creates distance, but distance alone does not end the cycle. The second movement is reveal. Name what the reaction is protecting you from feeling. If I attack, I will not have to feel ashamed. If I spend, I will not have to feel invisible. If I postpone, my imagined potential will not have to face judgment. If I rescue, I will not have to feel replaceable. When the hidden bargain is revealed, the pattern loses the innocence of inevitability. The third movement is surrender. Surrender does not mean approving mistreatment, abandoning boundaries, or becoming passive. It means refusing to perform the familiar response for the next 60 seconds. Put the message in notes. Leave the object in the cart. Walk once around the building. Sit with silence without manufacturing a story. Begin the work badly for 5 minutes. The ego will call this weakness because it is losing control of the next scene. Let it lose. Not forever, just this decision. The fourth movement is choose. Choose one action the old identity would never choose. If the pattern attacks, ask one honest question. If it spends, move part of the amount into savings. If it postpones, produce one imperfect paragraph. If it rescues, listen without taking control. The action may look small from the outside. Spiritually, it is enormous, because a pattern cannot complete itself in the same way without your familiar response. Now the same moment returned, and Daniel had only seconds to discover whether anything had actually changed. He looked at the apology he had already written before. For the first time, he saw that the apology was not proof the cycle had ended. It was one of the rooms inside it. He deleted the sentence, "I did not mean for it to go this far." Then he wrote, "I keep understanding after the damage. I have been treating regret as transformation. It is not. I will wait here unless you want me to come inside. I am not asking you to forgive me tonight. I want to hear what I keep refusing to hear." He sent the message. Nothing was repaired by sending it. The door did not open immediately. No wound disappeared. Daniel still wanted to explain himself, but now he could see the identity beneath the explanation. Defense would give him temporary control. Temporary control would cost him the truth. Then the door opened. His partner stood on the other side. She did not smile. "I do not need another explanation," she said. Daniel felt the familiar heat enter his face. The old courtroom began rebuilding itself. He witnessed it. Anger is moving through the body. He revealed the bargain. If I defend myself, I can stop feeling wrong. He surrendered the reaction. One breath, then another, and he chose a question. What is the part I keep refusing to understand? The question did not save the relationship, not yet. But for the first time, the old cycle reached for its next step and found nothing there. Now, return to the word you chose near the beginning, the defender, the pursuer, the rescuer, the performer, the perfectionist. Before tomorrow, wait for one small moment when that identity tries to take the next familiar step. Then complete one sentence. When this happens, I become this version of myself because it protects me from feeling this. Witness the reaction. Reveal what it protects. Surrender the familiar response for 60 seconds. Choose one action the old cycle cannot survive. Do not demand a new personality by morning. Demand one awakened decision. Life does not repeat every hardship as punishment. But when the same reaction keeps creating the same ending, consciousness may be showing you the place where freedom has not yet entered. The cycle ends when the same lesson returns and no longer finds the same person waiting for it.